It's great to be here at the first North American Embedded World Show here in Austin, Texas. Looking forward to catching up on all of the embedded trends that are going on today in the world, and in particular talking about our embedded security solutions. Hi, it's great to be here at the Embedded World Show Austin on the IAR booth, number 2614. If you're here, come and see us. I'm here with Sean Prestige, the FAE manager for IAR systems in North America. We're just talking about a couple of the key points on the booth here about how embedded security is so important for functional safety, and how the two interact with each other. Sean, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure, I'd love to, Malcolm. What we like to say is that, not everybody is seeking functional safety for their end product, but for those who are seeking functional safety, you really can't have functional safety without security, but the vice versa is true as well. You can't have security without also having functional safety. One of the key points is that one of the favorite tools in a hacker's toolbox is to exploit defects that are extant inside of your source code in order to run their own code. So in order to have functional safety where you prevent that from happening, you need to have security, but you can't have security unless your code is also functionally safe. So it's a really interesting problem, and even for those customers who aren't doing functional safety, security is a very hot topic, and you really want to have your source code as clean as possible. And that really gets into several other things that we provide. We have code analysis tools. We provide best-in-class tools to turn your source code into the smallest and/or fastest executing code, but also to make sure that the source code itself is clean that's used to generate it. But that actually leads into a really other interesting problem around security that most people don't even know, and that's provisioning, and I think that's where you guys come in.
Yeah, absolutely. So from the code perspective, Sean, how do people start with security, and then ultimately that ultimately gives us the files that we need to provision into them?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So what most people don't realize is a problem for them until they go into production is that secure provisioning. How do I actually inject the initial keys and certificates into the device, as well as the secure boot manager that's going to provide that trust anchor for the rest of the system? And that's one of the things that we provide through our embedded trust solution. As you can probably see behind me, it's end-to-end security solution. So from the inception of when that product is produced and doing secure provisioning, through secure updating, through lifecycle management, and then decommissioning of the product as well. In case you're doing end of life or you're transferring ownership, we have security solutions that provide all of that. And in fact, the secure provisioning can be done through EPS. It can be done through a number of different ways that we have, and we provide these certified HSM boxes that give you the capability to do that secure provisioning. And you guys are Absolutely. A great key partner for us in helping customers achieve those security goals.
Fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for the overview there, Sean.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you want to come down and see us, I'll be talking more on the stand tomorrow at 2 o'clock specifically about our provisioning services and how we work together with IAR to make customers' solutions secure.
You'll see the faces change. So the A core, which is running the balancing, is communicating.
So it's effectively a 3-stage process that we've called here design, transfer, and program. Just importantly, to talk about the security appliance a little bit more. What's always important with HSM is the tamper-proof aspect of it. So if you try to modify this unit, it would ultimately self-destroy itself. So we've been laughing about that earlier. Something like what happens on Mission Impossible.